What's up, guys? Back for another episode of Barbells and Banter. We did some Q&A today, so went through a heap of questions about fat loss, training, programming, all of that stuff that you guys love to hear about. Bit of an update on training update for both of us. Clients, got people competing, new gyms that are coming to the area. And what makes a good gym? What are the things that you look for in a gym? And maybe let us know what you guys look for in a new gym. That'd be really good to know because, somewhere down the line, we might be making another one. As always, like, share, follow, hit the subscribe button, do all of those things because it helps us, get this podcast out to other people just like yourself. Last thing before the episode, Strong and Lean in 16 is live. Lose centimeters, drop body fat, build the physique that you've always wanted in 16 weeks. Jump on the website, get an application form in, have a chat with me, and we'll see if you're a right fit and start building your physique as soon as possible. All right, that is all. Enjoy the episode.
I feel fucking massive at the moment.
You feel?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I don't love my midsection, but fuck, I feel big.
I don't. Yeah, it's yeah. I have that same. In a singlet or a t-shirt, I'm like, this is a good look.
Yeah.
And kind of bathroom Olympia. I'm like, oh, it's not as many lines.
I've posed with not the downlights, because there's been people in the exercise room.
Yeah.
So I've no tan, full brightness, group X room with fluoros, and I've looked at the photos and just like, they're not going on the internet.
Yeah.
I did post one in the end, but I was like, fuck, this is not.
I'm at the stage where the side tricep is out of it, and it's only because I can't really get it.
Rotate.
I can't get it, so I'm like, right, that's gone. Ab and thighs out.
Mm-hmm.
And then side triceps hanging on for dear life.
Yeah. Currently my side chest is my favorite because I can hide my waist.
I was just about to say side chest and rear double bicep.
Yeah. Now because my back was so detailed, it annoys me now that it's not.
Yeah, just a lat spread.
I like the
lat spread's good.
Most muscular to hide, just because I still got the top two abs.
Yeah.
It's all right. Just hide a little patch.
Yeah,
it's all good.
That's my trick.
Yeah, you told me that.
That's it.
Bring your hands up, bro. Now you look like you have a six-pack.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely been a...
But I hit 88 this week.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I'm like 91.8.
Yep.
92.
I'm excited for the low week next week, though.
Yeah.
I can't drop back to 85.
Yep. Yeah, that's
food
good.
Volume and...
Yeah. I didn't weigh myself this morning, but I'd be lower because I had a rough couple of days with the food because of this rib. It's still shitty.
Eating sucks as well.
Yeah,
Just life sucks.
If you eat and you eat too much, so if you eat not even too much, if you just have a normal serving of food, it's just like someone's got a thumb under your skin and I'm talking for the next 3 hours.
Yeah, it sucks.
So last night sucked. I had dinner. Anyway,
it
was hard to sleep.
Sleep's the worst.
Yeah, I literally last night I reckon I probably got 3 hours because it's just this knuckle under my ribs. Usually takes 3 days to once the adjustment happens, it's everything's back in place, but
still hurts.
The connective tissue's all aggravated and shit.
Yeah.
So it's just annoying for 3 days.
Have you ever heard of shockwave therapy?
Well, no. I'm just gonna say I have heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah. So me either, and I'm yet to actually sit down and figure out what it is.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like voodoo, but my hip doesn't hurt anymore. Thank you.
Okay.
So it was I've done ultrasound therapy before when I was a kid, and I tore ligaments off my foot, on my ankle. And she was like, I think it's like that. And that was just a rod that kind of pins a needly feeling, the ultrasound one.
Yeah.
But they used the rod to massage and break up bruising and shit. So it just hurt oh fuck. So I'm like, okay, this is going to suck. She's basically going to dig this thing into me. It feels like rubber bands just every half a second whipping you.
Right.
But not.
Is it like a wand?
It's only pulled it a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, so it's like a wand.
Like a stick. And then
they pull it.
Rub it around.
Yeah.
It's kind of a little bit of they kind of massage you, but not too much.
I've done the thing where they put the
electrodes and shit.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Anyway,
feel like it really did anything.
I'm because she didn't really. I expected needling. She's like, I like needling the shoulder, but I use shockwave for the hip. More connective tissue, get deeper, blah, blah, blah. Sure.
Have had it.
So most nights I've been waking up and it's sore. It's not waking me up. I just have my schedule of 2 Ps a night.
Yeah.
Because Scott bladder.
Yeah.
And I've woken up the last 2 nights and it's not sore. but she only treated one leg. So now my left one hurts. So I'm like, do I pay $100 to go back for another treatment to get the shockwave again to make it go away? Or just like suck it up and know that it'll be a week or two and the rehab will have sorted it out and the training adjustments?
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's frustrating. She's like, which one's, is there one that's worse? I'm like, the right one's worse, but the left one still hurts.
Isn't that the worst when you go in a bit banged up and you like don't have enough time to like do it all?
Yeah. Yeah, because like the day before my one of my top ribs started playing up as well. I'm like, can you just
I reckon that
book me for an hour?
the rib thing is 100% because of the time sitting at the desk.
Yeah.
I sit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got a little like movement routine now.
Yeah,
So
I've been trying to actually using my $900 standing desk.
Yeah, me too. But I feel like it still doesn't hit the same. Like, what do we got? I got something here. I can't remember where. I sent it to.
I think the body weight's a thing too.
Yeah,
Like I was walking around like mid 82s.
Yeah.
6 kilos in 6 weeks.
Yeah, big boy.
Like, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. So I put together this desk junkie movement routine.
Oh, look out.
So stretch your chest, stretch your pecs.
Yeah.
You know, straight arm, bent arm.
Over 35, you know how we're just like when we were 20.
Yeah, just didn't understand.
Stretching does nothing.
Absolutely.
Waste of time. It's
Absolutely.
like, you haven't sat down long enough.
Yeah, fucking absolutely. Neck stretch. So a little bit of neck stretching. Foam rolling the upper back.
Mm-hmm.
Thread the needle.
Mm-hmm.
Thoracic extension on the foam roller.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going into hip flexor stretch. Cat cows. Bird dog. I'm going to do that. So I've worked it out. So I've given myself minutes. So I keep myself honest. So it should take 10 minutes.
Yep.
And I can perform it 2 to 3 times a day in separate intervals if I
Yeah. Yep.
So there we go.
Do you find it hard to actually get off the computer though to do it?
Well, I kind of do it when it's too late. It's like I've sat there for 8 hours and I'm like,
Now I should stretch.
My back's fucked. And then I'll go lie on the foam roller and do it all. And it's like,
yeah.
If I feel like if you were proactive,
yeah,
it
would be much better.
Yeah, things would be nice.
Yeah, I've started trying to stand a lot more in the calls.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It's still hard though, and sometimes like it's not the same.
Yeah, it's just not sitting. Can I just not be sitting?
Yeah, if you're in a coaching call, it's fine.
Yeah, to work I struggle when to type and
when I'm doing shit, building shit, making stuff, it's not a vibe. But if I'm like just standing up doing check-ins or doing a coaching call or something, it's pretty straightforward.
So that's some good news.
Right.
Do you know how it's going to tell you on the podcast?
Yeah.
So this is a 10-pack of 5 flavors. The FODBODs pack we got that we've been breaking in half every week. Yeah. It's a 10-pack. So there's one each. So
Sweet.
we don't have to share.
I love that.
So I don't know if you're pro calories. We haven't had lemon coconut yet.
I haven't eaten a decent meal in the last 2 days, so I am behind.
Get in me.
I am behind on.
Keep those away from you because they're the 2 peanut ones that we've already tried, and they're your favourite.
Yeah. I haven't had the lemon coconut because we had remember some of them were like those energy
mini ones.
Yeah.
Of course, it's literally the last one in the bag. There you go, sir.
All right. So we got lemon coconut. This could be good.
That means we get to take them one time because we already taste tested them.
Amazing. We'll just taste test them again. It's like, they might have changed the formula. All right, still going to have a little bit. For
FODBOD, the STC podcast sponsors.
Yep.
Lemon and coconut protein bar, plant-based, gluten-free, 15 grams of protein. Monash University low FODMAP certified. Good for your stomach.
These are this is only 215 calories.
15 grams of protein.
With 15 grams
10
protein.
grams of fat. 16 grams of carbs.
I'll rate it.
3 grams of fiber. That's not bad.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to just put the...
My challenge chat has been very active about fiber lately. Mm-hmm. So I've been pushing the fiber target in the app.
This one's good.
I think I had the mini lemon one. I'm going to try mine after you're finished chewing, so then one of us can talk. Vanessa was scheduled to be on the podcast today, but life did life things, so she's not here. But that's okay. We will endeavour to have her back. We got Stacked list, though. Stacked.
That's good.
Like it.
Yeah, I can't wait to eat the whole thing.
All right. So we got texture.
Yep.
Out of 5.
Texture's always good because it's like soft but chewy. It's my thing. So I'm going
Taste?
4. 4 on the texture. 4.2 on the taste.
Wow.
Yeah, I like lemon stuff. If it's done well. Because it doesn't have that bitter lemon. Like it tastes like the rind of the lemon, and then it kind of complements the coconut. And coconut's good, man. Like
I have to tell a story about lemon in a minute.
So yeah, I like it. Goes all right.
And you're like 3.5 for the macros, yeah?
I feel like if you're not a non-meathead, macros are in the 4s again. If you're a meathead, you're looking for more. But it's like, well, the more I sit with that, the more I'm like, no one eats a protein bar as a replacement for a meal. So it's
only 5 grams difference from a Masashi one.
Absolutely. Like you would be eating that because you want something that tastes nice, or it's just like it's got enough things in it to just get you over to the next meal.
Yeah.
Because it's got the fiber in it. It's got a little bit of fats in it. It's got, a very decent amount of protein per gram, like of the actual...
Yeah, the bar.
So it's like that's...
For plant-based and not to taste like shit in that
Absolutely,
size.
Man. Yeah, and it's like, we talked about before, like you don't eat it and feel like, oh, I'm so bloated. And
yeah.
Because some of them, like, I'll just push through because, like, this tastes good, but it's got so many, like, artificial sweeteners in it that I'm going to have to pay for this later with, like, gut distension for 3 hours.
But I'm okay with it.
But I'm a persist. Yeah, so that one's good. I like that one. I like that one better than I liked the chocolate one.
The peanut chocolate or the banana peanut?
Whatever the...
Or just the chocolate?
The chocolate one.
We got that next week.
Yeah, I think the chocolate one is my least favorite. Like, still good, but it's my least.
Okay.
That one's...
Yeah,
that one's up there.
The chocolate one's very cacao, which is a very...
Yeah, that one's up there because it's not your typical protein bar flavor.
Yeah, it's quite refreshing.
And I like the fact that it's different. Because most of them are like, every single protein brand company is heavily swayed to chocolate.
Fucking cookies and cream.
Yeah, they're almost
caramel.
all of them have chocolate in it.
Yeah.
It's either white chocolate or that's got no chocolate.
Yeah.
So it's pretty refreshing. Nice flavor. So yeah, it gets a thumbs up for me.
True. Yeah, it's almost fudgy.
Yeah.
Like lemon slice, fudge.
That's what it reminds me of, lemon slice.
Yeah.
That I didn't get to eat at LJ's birthday because I didn't know they were there.
You went to the wrong table.
Well, I did. I feel like I went to that table. I didn't pay attention. I just went straight for the rumbles. Oops.
Well, valid.
Rumbles slap.
Yeah.
By the way,
that table was like the grazing table was good. Rumbles, Honey Joys, Fairy Bread.
Yeah, I don't know what I was looking at then because like I didn't even get a honey. I didn't even.
You would have only looked at the platter, and then there was plates all the way around.
Yeah. Yeah. Just
we were certain we were going to have to make more Fairy Bread throughout the day, and we ate Fairy Bread when everyone left.
Yeah, I saw Mimi had some Fairy Bread, but then I just never took action on it. Yeah.
Just having too good a time playing with Parker.
Yeah, pretty much. Just making friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love me. Love me.
Last time I saw him, he hugged me, like, not warmed up, just hugged me straight away. And I was like, this is it.
Yeah.
This is the moment. I've worked 3 years for this.
Yeah. Being friends with little kids is the goal.
Yeah.
It's like, this guy's all right.
Yeah.
You don't want it to be the opposite where they're scared of you.
Dogs and kids.
Yeah.
If you can get.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, with that vibe.
So I also have good news, but it's not like immediate good news.
Okay.
So the new gym is opening in April.
The local one?
Yeah. Yeah. Managed to ask the Instagram account / maybe the owner.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So you can sign up for a membership now, but no.
You're still not still not for 12 months.
No one's locking me down for 12 months. It's funny, man.
Because you'll pay double.
Yeah. I just like the fact that I can leave whenever I want. What if it's shit? What if I don't like
How long would you go there for if it's shit?
What if I don't like the people? What if the vibe's not good?
Yeah, it's true.
Not the people, I shouldn't say it like that.
Yeah.
But what if the vibe's not good?
Yeah.
Because I think the vibe of the gym is important. Not that, like, the gym I go to now has a good vibe, but it doesn't have a bad one. Yeah. It just doesn't have a vibe.
You just make your own. It's BYO.
You can't just do your thing and go, you know?
BYO.
So, yeah, what if you lock yourself in for 12 months and because it's a new gym and there hasn't been a new gym in, like, the area forever, that everyone converges on the place?
Yeah, it's going to be wild for about a year.
Yeah, and then it's like, what if it's busy when I want to train?
Yeah.
And then I'm locked in for 12 months?
I don't think so. I think you'd be okay.
Yeah, but what if?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I was tempted to buy one because I know we're going to go there a lot. I was like, $13.
Yeah.
What's casual going to be? 20?
20 probably. Well, I just assumed that like if you pay month to month, it'll be like what, 25?
Yeah, ish.
Yeah. Go 5 times a week. It's $5 a visit. It's fun. I'll pay up to $50 a week for a gym.
Yeah, if it's good enough.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to keep my platinum membership too.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to have 2.
Just for the lighting.
Well, I feel like, it's just good to have options.
Yeah.
And then eventually I'll be like,
Fuck that place.
yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I got all the freedom there. So. Yeah.
I noticed the other day, like walking into the toilet, there's a sign that says not to take your shirt off on the gym floor.
Yeah.
It's glad that's not enforced.
Oh, well, yeah, one dude tried to.
Tell you off.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I'm fine. I literally am just doing this for like one photo, bro. I'm like, yeah,
it's okay.
And then he just like kept reiterating. I'm like, brother, I get it. I'm like, I don't need the lecture, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm putting it on. I'm like, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's just like, when people are like trying to enforce something, but they're a little bit scared.
Yeah.
So they just keep saying the same thing.
Yeah,
And I just like, you know one of those things that just like ignites the fuse? It's when people repeat themselves like a lot. And I'm just like, do you think I'm fucking deaf? Like, it's like, I get it, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I'm literally putting it on as we speak. Yeah.
Yeah. How'd you find we won't talk about what it was, but the corporate call we had during the week?
Yeah, it's very comforting. That it's like I sat there and I'm like, you're just someone trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good to know we're all in the same spot.
It's the corporate vibe just gives me the ick so much. It's like this was 2 minutes.
Oh no, yeah. I was trying to like smile and have soft faced. So soft face is non-frown face for anyone listening. Or non-resting face for me, because I was like, this lady's going to be terrified. I was like, get to the end, please.
Sooner.
How is this taking 40 minutes?
Yeah. And I still
like
don't.
Foster the relationship.
It was still just like, when you have shit, delegate. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, this could have been sent in a PDF.
Yeah.
Like, this is it.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
But I've also worked with the people that need the 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, coach them. Like, I understand.
Yeah, we're not the same. Like, it's just like, time.
Faster.
Do this as fast as possible, please.
Yeah. We must be hard to work with, eh?
I think we would be hard to work with, yes.
Yeah. We work well together.
I was going to say, maybe
everywhere else.
Everyone else is like, fuck, these guys are hard.
I had to say to one of the managers I'm working with, like, I literally said, my business partner, I can look him in the eye and tell him this is shit and us be okay.
Yes.
So I'm like, my level of communication is not how you talk.
Yeah.
So we just need to. And him and the other manager just laughed because they were like, it makes sense now.
Yeah.
Like, we're just.
Yeah, we're not dilly-dally around shit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, like even sometimes like listening to, because Steph's workspace is very like collaborative and I don't know what the word is, but it's non-confrontational.
Yeah, heaps.
And that's like by a culture across the whole education system.
Yeah.
So like if they sat there and someone didn't do their thing, they wouldn't be able to like call them out.
Yeah.
They would have to like try and support them, like identify the issue together and then find a really positive, constructive way to support the team in order to do it, where I'm just like, but why can't you tell someone like, hey,
didn't do their job.
like you did, like, positive sandwich, man.
Yeah.
Really like this, fell a bit short here,
Yeah.
but this is what we're going to do about it.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, you can't do that. And I was like, well, so is that why you all like fight and bitch behind each other's backs then?
Yeah, because
you can't get it out. Yeah.
In the meetings.
Not saying she does, but like, it's just like, there's obviously conflict. Yeah.
It's
Rough
so
space. I was like, she's like, you wouldn't last 5 minutes. I'm like, no fucking way. Because it's like, even like sometimes she tells me like stories of like the people that she has to report to, and they have an idea of just like how things have gone, but it's not true because they're not boots on the ground.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so did you tell them like that's not the case? And she's like, oh no, I can't do that. I'm like, what do you fucking mean? I'm like, that's not the truth.
Yeah.
She's like, nah. She's like, that's not how you play the game, bro. And I was like, fuck this.
Jesus.
So it's like getting a lecture from your parents, like when they think you're in trouble and you're like, you didn't do anything.
Yeah.
So you can't tell them.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, sorry.
Sure. It's just easier to take the blame.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's wild.
Nah, just like to be. I think it's just so much easier to just be like, you didn't show up, man.
Yeah.
In a nice way. And you have to be an asshole about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I was just about to eat that.
Mine's wrapped, so I can't
Yeah,
see it, but
yeah,
I still
yeah.
want it. It's very Moorish.
Yeah. But yeah, the gym, I'm excited. I'm counting the weeks down
Looks
now.
fucking great.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm
Best
going to get so big. I'm going to get so big.
If they don't fuck it up, it should be the best gym in the West by a very long way.
Well, it's been a long time. I even just said that to him. I've been waiting 20 years for this.
Yeah. No pressure. Don't fuck it up.
I'm really excited, man. I've been waiting 20 years for this. And then he just laughed. So, getting in the good books already, mate, you know?
Yeah.
Already brown nosing. Now let me film in your gym. Let me use the posing room for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely won't pay for a posing room.
How much
pay for a posing room?
Well, it depends if you can't take your shirt off in the gym.
So the person I was talking to about this the other day, I was like, I feel like the charging for the posing room thing is just so like 16-year-olds don't go in there for an hour.
Of course it is.
And it's just like, if you're actually serious, then like, they're going to charge you. I feel like that would be the vibe.
I hope so. Because you want to everyone wants to, what if the pump's real good?
Yeah. But it's just like...
And what if you want to practice as well? Like sometimes you need a space to practice. You don't want to, do it, pay for a session every day, right?
Just imagine
it's definitely a deterrent. To make
imagine
sure that
4:30, it's fucking 7 kids in there.
Yeah,
you don't want that. I like we
a lot of the gyms are just share it. Like you just share them. Like they're that big.
Yeah.
And it's like if you don't want to go in there and take your clothes off in front of someone else, like you're not a real bodybuilder because that's what you do.
Yeah, too bad.
You take clothes off in front of hundreds of people.
and people
and
actually write down scores.
And you wear less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one day we came out of the posing room at Port.
Yeah, those kids were like, can we come in now?
Yeah. Another time there was a girl, it might have been the week you weren't there. There was a girl sitting there with her heels and shit, waiting. I'm like, oh, dude, you should have just either A, just come in.
Yeah.
Or B, at least popped your head in enough for me to be like, oh, okay, we need to.
Yeah.
Because girls will just fuck around taking selfies and shit.
Yeah. I reckon there should be maybe it'd be hard to put a time on it though.
Yeah.
Unless there's, because, you
have a posing coach there or whatever.
And then how do you know when you can't, how does anyone know when you started and whatever? So I get it.
The lights turn off.
Yeah, maybe there's a timer. You just hit the timer. So nothing works. I've got it. So nothing works in there. The lights, the music, anything, unless you hit the timer.
You have to scan your membership.
And it counts down. So you get 20 minutes.
You have to scan your membership.
That's a good one.
So scan to turn it all on.
Yeah, and then the countdown.
And you can't scan it again.
And you get 20 minutes. And then once it turns off,
you're out for 12 hours. Can't scan again.
That's pretty strict. What if you're doing a posing session with
Too bad.
With a coach? Gotta go to a different gym.
Yeah, too bad. 2 hours on gym floor.
Yeah.
Go to the Group X floor. Go to the Group X room with the fluoro lights like I do.
Yeah, fair. How much do you think gym? How do I ask this question? How important is the gym to getting results? You reckon?
The gym itself.
Yeah. So I'm here I am, half jokingly, I'm gonna get so big, but then I'm half not joking. Yeah. Because I'm gonna have the opportunity to use a wide variety of things to add to my training. So it's how valuable do you think the actual gym is? Is there a baseline where you're a good gym must meet these requirements, but then anything after that is just I
guess you need to look at it through 2 lenses. Is it culture or is it equipment?
Let's go. What do you think?
So the more advanced you get, the more important equipment becomes.
Yeah, agreed.
In my opinion. You could get big training at a BFT for your first 2 years.
Yeah, you could get big training in your garage.
Yeah. 2 years of that is going to be fine. But then you're probably going to need some stuff. Outside, good machines and good whatever.
Yeah, it's a bodybuilder, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you got a vision of what you want your physique to look like, having more options in the gym increases the likelihood, right?
Yeah, because I've the leg equipment where I train really lets it down. It just needs a good leg press.
Yeah, I even reckon it's muscle group specific sometimes.
Yeah, so a lot.
When someone's so I know to the untrained eye, they'll go into a gym and go, this gym's mad. but they haven't looked at anything.
Yeah.
And it's like the lights are good, and there's like cool shit on the wall. It's clean, and you know, it's got a couple of machines that maybe they've never seen before.
Yeah.
And then you go there and you're like, all right, I'm gonna train legs, and then it's like, all right, they don't have any.
The leg extension's bent.
The leg press sucks. Yeah, the hack squat's not loadable. It's too reclined or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, see, then you're like, well, it's not that good.
We just talked about two different gyms. I know what gym you were picturing, what gym I was picturing. It was the same. Like,
well, they always have the same problems, right? Yeah. And then you go and train back, and it's the same. It's like, back is like one of those things I reckon where you can separate yourself as a gym with your back equipment. Yeah. You know, because you can't just like, I still reckon, you can do like pull-ups and rows and stuff, but there's just some machines that like really do put you in a great position to just work hard and like put the tension all in the spot that you want it to.
I think we spoke about it last week. Like, I've been pretty lucky with my back development, so I seek it less. But leg stuff, I'm like, squatting hurts, man. Like, give me other shit. You know what I mean? Like, I need good machines.
They tried a safety bar?
Hurts. Yeah, it fucks my hip up.
Yeah.
I'll just lift too heavy.
Yeah.
I can't control myself.
Yeah, I thought I thought about putting a bar on my back the other day. I was like, I wonder how much I could lift, and I'm like, that's not a good idea.
I was thinking about that on the way here.
Yeah, I always do.
I was wondering what my total would be.
Because I was talking to someone at the gym, and I was like, what are you training today? And he was like, I'm doing high volume. And I was like, well, what's that? Yeah. And then he was like, bro, this is high volume. So it was like leg extensions, like 20 reps into like 20 rep hack squats or leg press. I was like, that's disgusting. You know? But he was like, if I go low reps, I'll get carried away and then hurt myself. Yeah. And I was like,
feels.
Yeah. I was like, right, I get you.
I understand.
And then I was like, I just hop. I usually go like, I'll do like a 6 to 8 kind of block, and then I'll maybe just up the reps a little bit. Yeah. And, you know, things are getting a little bit, you know, aggravated or whatever. Yeah. But then I'm like, but I always end up trying to see how much. Yeah. And he's like, I always get carried away. I'm like, well, that's what we got into this for, right? We got into it because it's not only like we want to look good, it's fun to lift heavy. Yeah. So then it got me thinking, I'm like, I wonder how much I could squat right now.
So I think it was last year took my own safety bar to the gym because we got it out of the storage. So it's like, I probably shouldn't get straight into flex squatting. So I'll do some like reverse lunges on it, and I'll progress them. They turned into Hatfields.
Those step back Hatfields with this, I gave them to one of my clients. Fuck, man. Legs have just gone. Yeah. Her glutes especially.
So good.
Yeah, because
nothing smashes my glutes like
when you're strong.
You can stabilize.
Yeah, because like holding the dumbbells when you step back, that's going to be a limiting factor for those ones out there that are like strong as shit. Yeah. So then you just put the
strap in and go. Yeah.
Get the safety bar out.
So then that turned into like, I probably should do like a 6 to 8 week block of tempo squats. Tempo with a pause, kind of just layer everything in to then, like, I think I squatted like 140 or something for 8 on the safety bar.
With a tempo?
No. The tempo
I was like,
went away. Oh, now my hip hurts. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I love how you think it's like a pause, and then you look at the video, and there was no pause. It's just like
stopped.
It just you just went the other way.
You just decelerated slightly.
It feels that's it. All it was. Slight deceleration into moving the other way. That was a good pause.
Yeah. So I just need to not.
Yeah. How much do you reckon you could squat right now? Say we warmed up. And we actually warmed up.
Oh, like today? Say my hips are healthy.
Yeah, hips, yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Perfect environment.
Maybe 180?
For one? Yeah, I don't know if I could do that. I don't even know if I could do one.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I reckon I could squat 100 and... Wait, how many plates? Like, I could do 3 plates for like 10 reps.
Yeah, I was thinking about
it. It's like 100... What's that? 140?
Yeah.
3 plates aside, because plates are 20 kilos for me.
Yeah.
25s don't exist. 25s don't exist. They shouldn't be in the gym. 25s and 15s shouldn't be in the gym.
Gotcha.
It's like, why do you need them?
Full plate, half plate, nothing else.
Yeah, that's like, it's just, it makes sense, right?
I'll look like Liana out. Fucking pendulum squatted me last week, so I don't know. What does she squat?
I don't know.
Just whatever she's going to squat.
Yeah, just a lot. Just so
I literally
strong.
got to the cafe after.
Yeah.
So Adrian had done the same machine during the week.
Yeah.
We're going to own him here, which is unfortunate that his wife has outdid him. And I messaged him and I was like, you don't have to match it, Ben. You don't have to match it, Ben. And then narrator, he has to match it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think Adrian did like 40 by 8. I did 40 by 10. And then I got to the cafe and Liana had posted she did 40 by 12. And I was just like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
You're a monster.
She's special, man.
Monster.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
But I was thinking on the drive here, I've squatted 230 in reps. My last prep, I only squatted 200, but I barely squatted in prep because my hip was fucked.
Yeah.
So I think I could do 200 again.
Wait, is it if you trained for it or if... Yeah.
Like 8 weeks.
Are we talking in wraps and shit? Or are we talking just like...
Just sleeves.
With sleeves and...
Yeah. I don't want
sleeves.
to wrap myself. Fuck that.
Yeah, no. Stupid.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid.
Jason's been in one wrap
cheating.
ever. It hurts.
It's cheating.
It just hurts too much.
That's the only... That's the... Like, I'm going to hurt a lot of people's feelings. Yeah. That's the... You know when people like think about like all the equipment where it's cheating? That's the closest to cheating.
Yeah.
But
how fucking good is it? It's so good.
Yeah, it's not like people are like, oh, you wear wraps, it's cheating. It's like, it's not, because it doesn't. Wearing the wrap doesn't give you like an increase in strength by like 15%.
Yeah,
the wrap does.
Knee wraps do.
Absolutely,
Knee wraps do.
Yeah, that's absolutely.
So especially depending on the style of your squat, but
yeah.
Best bench is 150 at 100 kilos. I think my best bench at 90 kilos was like 140.
Are we at that age now?
What's that?
Where we just talk about what we used to.
Yeah. Yeah. But I put up 120 with Jess last year when we did the intensive. Yeah. So that was a while ago. My chest is much bigger.
I did. There was a video like 2 days ago. Jess and I trained together, and I hit 125 for 5.
Yeah. Actually, I hit 130 with. I trained with Jaya and Mads.
Oh, actually, I hit 130. I hit 135. I think.
Yeah. So I don't know, maybe 140 for a single.
Do you reckon you total 500 just without training?
Well, I reckon best Ed's 250. Definitely, I've pulled 230 in the last 12 months.
What's that, 1,000 pounds, yeah? Because you want to be part of the 1,000 pound club. Well, it's just over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon I could do maybe that.
500's not a lot.
No, that's what I mean. But it's enough.
Yeah. I could, both of us could
walk
in and do 500 tomorrow.
That's what I mean. Like walking around, no training.
Yeah.
Like no specificity.
Yeah.
Because we do lots of training.
Yeah.
Like I reckon we'd be pretty
500
close.
to be.
I'm going to deadlift like 220.
Yeah.
It's always seemed to be without training, without actually doing it.
Yeah.
It's always been the number.
There. Yeah.
Squat. I reckon I could squat 175.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little bit more if I could train for it.
Yeah.
And then I reckon I could bench 140, 150.
Yeah, I reckon I could go to...
Got to put these little arms to good use.
The big chest little arms.
Yeah.
Yeah. I reckon, 180, maybe 140, 230, 240.
Yeah. I also have zero desire to do it.
Yeah, my joints hurt now.
Yeah,
We had the conversation.
Yeah.
Just
do you ever
do you
ever look at lifts though and just go, I wonder how much I could lift and want to do it?
Deadlifts, I do.
Yeah.
Always.
I do it a lot. I'm like, I wonder how much I could do this for like 3 reps or something.
Yeah, I don't really care about anything else. Oh, except the Panada chest press. Which I can press 140 by 8.
Yeah, fair. So do you reckon the gym matters though?
That's what we'll talk about, eh?
Yeah, then we started bragging about how much we could lift.
We used to be strong.
Yeah. Do you reckon the gym matters though?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, because when I went from training at
that place,
half group training, half hybrid, half whatever, and then I went back to platinum.
Yeah.
I didn't change anything in terms of like I didn't change.
I
Still ate the same, still had the same ambitions, but then when I got back to that gym, I made crazy progress. And
I think the energy of the room is more important than the equipment.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's cool. Like you don't even need people who are bigger or train harder. You kind of just need people who just want to,
just there to do the thing,
who are just there to get after it.
Yeah.
So they could be like of all walks of training age.
Yeah, I reckon.
I think it's something to that.
I reckon there's 20 people that I see multiple times per week between 6:15 and 7 or 8, 7:45.
Yeah.
At Body Blitz, and they all train.
Yeah.
Like a couple of them do high rocks, a couple of them just do basic body composition stuff.
Yeah.
A couple of them are just like fat loss, returning to the gym. Jacob, that's on the pod in 2 weeks, like runs a supplement store, takes it really seriously. But everyone's just there to do the thing.
Yep.
No one's like barking or anything like that, but everyone's
Getting after it.
there to work. Yeah, and I think they've all decided that I'm okay now too, which helps. I took my headphones off. And
2 years.
Yeah, I took my headphones off. Started talking.
How long have you been Gizmo for? 2 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. 24 months.
Yeah.
Now you're in, mate. You're
Yeah,
right.
you're okay.
You're okay. You had your ceremony.
Yeah. It's amazing when you say hello to people.
Yeah, true. I heard this conversation in the toilet. So this guy was talking about having like cold showers and like plunging yourself in cold water.
Yeah.
And when someone like doesn't really understand something but convinces the person that they're talking to about it, so they're just like, like does that, and the guy was like, oh really? Like, and so he was saying that like if you plunge yourself in cold water, it increases your metabolism and that'll increase your body fat burning capacity. Mm-hmm. So like I'm done on the toilet, but I'm not going out there. I'm sitting on my phone, and
That's
I'm
another couple of reels
sitting on
to
my
watch.
phone, just like, let's see where this goes. Let's see where this goes.
This would be good content for the podcast.
Yeah. But those conversations happen a lot.
Yeah. Did you say anything, or you just leave it alone?
No, I could never.
Yeah.
Could never. I'd be like, that's not true. I could never do that. Well, I've done it before. They just don't listen.
Yeah.
Like I've had people say like,
Joe Rogan said, bro, you don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I spoke about it the other day. Like, I think the misconception is that, like, because when you get cold, like, your body will increase fat burning capacity to regulate the body temperature.
Yeah.
But, like, you still got to have a calorie deficit to drop the fat loss. Like, people, they had, like, cold water. They've done cold water immersion and fat loss dieting, and then they've just done, like, fat loss dieting, and the fat loss is the same.
Right.
So I think the misconception is no different to, when you go for a walk, you're, like, burning fat. Mm. So technically he's right. Like he's like, yeah, you burn fat, but it's like you're not burning a superior amount of body fat for the period, like over a 24-hour period,
Yeah.
But like the way he was convincing this dude, like this guy just wanted to like get changed, put his clothes on. He's just like standing over him, like, it's good, yeah. Like it sounds good, yeah.
He's just trying to convince himself. That in most cases, just like if you believe, then I'm convinced.
Yeah. Which is the curiosity is fine. It's just. Like you said, like I just can't step in anymore.
Yeah.
Or like if they ask me, sometimes like I literally just agree with people because I just know that like it's not going to be received. Like, someone will be like, "What are you training today?" And like, "Why are you doing that?" And then they're just like, "Oh, I would never do that." And I'm just like, "What'd you ask?"
Yeah.
Like, or they'll ask me a question about something.
Yeah.
And then,
but I do this.
So I'll give them the answer, and then their eyes just start wandering because it's not what you told them. It doesn't line up with like their belief system.
Yeah.
So now I'm just like, it sounds good, bro. Like, if you work hard and eat your protein, you'll be fine. Mm. You're just trying to mitigate, like, is this person going to die? No. Have at it.
Do the thing.
Are they going to get injured? No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if you get too complicated, they just,
switch
off.
Yeah.
So now if anyone ever watches this, they're never going to speak to me at the gym.
I had it at a cafe the other day. I was on my laptop, and there was two guys next to me talking about the grip lock phone things.
Yeah.
And the like young guy with an older like mentor kind of thing, and he was like, "Oh, like my dad's got this one that's magnetic." He's like, "Nah, grip lock's like you put it in and you twist it." And he's like, "Nah, I'm telling you, like my dad has one that's magnetic. I want one of them." And in my head, I'm like, I literally 3 days ago, Danny, shout out to Danny, came to the group session, long-term podcast listener, just walked up to the cable station, just put her phone on it, and it just fucking stayed there. I was like, what did you just do? And it was a grip lock one. So I had new knowledge that the grip lock was in fact magnetic. So I was one table away from him, and I'm just like, you don't have to say anything. Let them have their own conversation. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you don't have to contribute.
Grinding it
the
back of my neck.
Sometimes when people are talking about stuff and I know that it's not right, I'm just like, how can I mosey on in on this conversation? Sometimes like I'll just even creep closer.
Yeah.
It's like, ask me. Hi guys. What are you talking about?
I find the weirdest thing too is we're so used to long form communication, coaching calls, mentoring, Q&A, all that. Like, you've got a lot of time to provide context and answer and blah, blah, blah. And then when you're, like, in normal conversations...
Yeah, you can't do that.
People just like, no, say it in a sentence.
Yeah, say the thing.
Yeah.
Is it going to make me huge? No. And, okay.
Yeah, not even...
Or yes.
If it's just, like, normal life stuff, and
Oh,
you say more than 10 words, people are just like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool. Never mind.
I agree. Absolutely.
We got questions? Or did you have a topic?
No, we got questions today. One thing... Oh, actually, what I wanted to talk about. So, do you have... With your coaching group, like, what's the most... Like, do you have, like, a common goal across everyone? Because I don't know if, like, my messaging is just really specific. If I draw a line across all of my... Like, 95% of my clients, they all have the same outcome.
Yeah.
They all have the same goals for this year.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Same total goal or general theme?
What, like 7 of them want to compete and the other 30 odd are working towards a photo shoot.
Yeah.
So it's like,
yeah,
wild.
Yeah. I would say...
So it's like, it's kind of the same.
I'm kind of like one step back.
Yeah.
So it's like 7 of them want to do photo shoots. The rest of them want to get to the before the photo shoot cut.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's just,
yeah.
Same.
Yeah. I was like looking at them all because...
Stronger and leaner in more than 16.
That's it. Strong and lean forever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, this is nuts.
Yeah.
Like, end of year photo shoot's going to be fucking stacked, man.
Yeah.
With people coming from interstate and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, one of my clients just like, I'm thinking about doing a photo shoot. I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. And then like the next day, all right, it's on this date. It's like 17 weeks away. I'm like, awesome.
Okay.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, I've got A season, B season photo shoots as well.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just awesome.
Going to be internationally participating as a bodybuilding coach this year.
Tell me more.
Going overseas, bro.
Tell me more.
So the show's in Bali. So we're hitting them up.
Yeah, mad.
Yeah, we missed the Bali ones. We missed the Bali ones this year.
Yeah.
Sorry, last year because just done with the season.
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
Nah. And I think we had the photo shoot on for our one.
Yeah.
So it can't be on October 24.
Mm-hmm.
October 25 it can't be.
Yeah.
So I'm being Bali.
Sick.
So yeah. So this year they've set the dates
I feel
out.
like you really need help on that trip.
I'm going to need...
Yeah.
I only got one athlete far.
I need to handle you so you can handle your athlete.
Yeah.
I feel like it's important.
Yeah. So we'll be jet setting a fair bit this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got Tassie, going to Sydney, going to Thailand, going to Bali twice.
Mad.
Yeah. Not all of them are for work, but
that's what it's all about, being
it'll be cool.
30, whatever.
Talks are like some Korean shows.
I've
got Matt in prep at the moment, so I'm not sure what's the deal with that. Like we might just
how's that all coming along?
Oh man, like
he looks like a mutant.
Every 3 days, like I'm just like, what the fuck? It's like I'm like that because he looks so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like I'm surprised. I'm like, we built this. Like, like I know exactly how the body ticks. Like, but it's so much better this time, man. Just something to working with someone for. Like, we just work well together.
Yeah. And
I just know how it works, man. For him, it's crazy. The hardest part this time is because he's so fucking massive. Like he's 115 now, and he'd be easily sub 10% now.
Oh, well and truly.
Yeah, his lines and his hammies and glutes and that. The lower back's got to come in, which is fine. That's our litmus test.
Yeah.
But because he's so massive, it's the finest game of like, you can't pull him down too hard. You can't.
Yeah.
Because he'll just flatten out and he'll just like, I'm just so conscious of him losing size. Because when they're that massive, like that's the hardest part. So yeah, just being like real, like he's not doing a lot of cardio, still a little bit, not a lot. And then like he's still having like, I think his low days are like nearly 4,000 calories or something.
I think when you say massive, you have to like contextualize.
Like he's 6'3", 6'3" or 6'4".
Surely he's taller. Yeah, he must be at least 6'4".
He's 6'3", 6'4", I think.
Yeah.
And then like 115 kilos of like muscle and bone and organ. Like it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
he's just a big human.
Yeah, he's big man.
Yeah.
Big man. Yeah. So that's the hardest part. And like we have a weight cap as well. So I've got to like be very careful to get him to the weight cap. And then kind of this is the conversation that we had. It's like, if you get to the weight cap, what you look like is what you're going to look like.
Can't fill up. Yep.
You can't fill out. It's kind of like, I don't know if you paid attention, like when C-Bum did like the classic Miss Olympia, and then he went and did Prague.
Open. Yeah.
He was like, just a bit
So
fuller
much,
and stuff. And that's because he's right on the weight cap, and you just work with what you have.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much there is left. We're just gonna have to wait and see. But we got like 8 weeks, and as it stands, we're like 2 kilos off the weight cap with a little bit of room, and then we can just play around with things. But I want to get in early so that I can remove everything, all the stress, see if he drops a little bit more, and then play around with some things to fill him back up.
Yeah.
So it's been really good so far, though. Like, it's been seamless, man. Good timeline. He's been on from day one. The plan's been perfect. The way I've periodized it's been amazing. Implementation of like, all of the phases and the supplements and everything at the right times. Like, I've actually, kind of outdone myself, I feel like. Well, I'm like, I look at it and I'm like, because when you put a plan together, you're like, oh, this is going to happen, or this is most likely going to happen, but you don't know.
Yeah.
It's just happening.
It's played out, yeah.
Yeah, it's just happening. Yeah, but it hasn't been the same as the traditional like prep or fat loss phase that like you would normally do with someone. And that's because he's so fucking big.
Yeah.
Like normally I'll be able to split it into 3 phases where you do like a linear diet, and then you do a break, and then you have like a couple of digs and a couple of refeeds, and then you get to the point where it's like diet for the week and then refeed on the weekend, or low and high days and shit. I haven't been able to do that at all.
Yeah.
Like it's been literally diet through the week and refeed the whole time.
Yeah. And
then, because if I don't, it's like he's too big.
Yeah.
Then it just flattens out. So I'm like, but yeah, it should be exciting, man. I mean, I'm going to be in Thailand for the first one, which means I'm going to have to get up at like 2 a.m. to do his check-in in the morning of the show. So yeah, that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
But it's all right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be. So does that count? I'll be overseas, but he'll be here. So
coaching overseas.
So I'll be coaching. I'll be coaching bodybuilding.
You can call yourself like a proper online coach now.
Yeah. But that's okay. It's only that first stage.
You have
show
to walk to the beach though.
Yeah, I'll do that. Make sure.
So get
2 a.m. Get mugged.
Get up at 1:30. Walk to the beach to the check-in at 2, and then be like, I'm an online coach.
That hurts my feelings thinking about it. But I'm gonna do it for you, Matt. I'm gonna do it for you, bro. Yeah,
we'll pack some modafinil. We'll be fine.
Yeah, there's another federation that's like at the same time, and like the winner gets a sword, and he's like, I want a sword. I'm like, let's do it. I'm like, sword will be cool. It's like, all men think the same, yeah. The owners of that federation were like, let's make it a sword.
Yeah, and everyone went, yes.
Yeah, because everyone wants that He-Man shot. Like, when you're jacked, you do your most muscular, but you're holding the sword.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
That's the best shot. Bro.
Yeah.
Imagine that with a fucking sword.
Yeah. Oh, that's in my November photo shoot now.
Bring one sword.
Yeah. Between now and then, I have to acquire a sword.
But yeah, it's going good. I'm really excited.
He's such a nice guy too. Shout out to Matt if you're listening.
Yeah.
Such a good dude.
He's killing it, man. And it's well-deserved. Like, people think like, people will say like, oh, the genetics, the this, that. Like, the kid's got it. He's gifted. Fuck, he works hard, man.
Yeah.
And he's just so diligent. Like, just doesn't miss a beat.
Yeah.
So, it's like there's talent, but that's an example of when talent works hard as well. And it's like the changes in the composition happen so fast. It's because he doesn't take it for granted. Go, I can just slack off and shit. Like, fucking just dots I's and crosses T's. So, yeah, it's been fun. It's been really fun. So, yeah, excited. All right, let's get into some questions. How are we doing for time? A lot of banter today.
Some of it was useful.
Is it possible to build muscle without getting fat?
Yes.
How would you do that?
I'm not, but...
Well, I guess you probably have to decipher what getting fat is first, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like, are you trying to do like your typical, Jay Cutler off season where like you don't even look like you lift. You got like no lines
Sounds
and stuff.
Amazing.
Yeah. So you don't have to, but I think some people gauge their progress just strictly off like the body weight. And then sometimes that keeps them motivated to show up. But the downside to that is like they're adding more body fat mass than they need to.
Yeah.
Because, you know, some people literally need to see the scale keep going up. And if they don't, they're like, oh, you know, like they feel a bit flat and all this stuff. Like realistically, you aren't putting on that much muscle, you know. And then just looking at data as well, like I think, don't quote me directly, but it's about 100 to 150 calories, maybe 200 calories into a surplus. And then anything greater than that, the increase in body mass is just fat. So it's like there's I would say it like, you know, maintenance or maybe just above.
Yeah.
You're gonna, you know, have an effect, but it's not as much. And then like the maximum effect would be, you know, 200 calories, let's say. And then anything after that is like, you know, body fat mass.
Extra.
So you just gotta be really careful. Like if you just have to understand you're gonna have to diet it off on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have the choice to do whatever you like. I had this conversation with Jackson the other day. I'm like, hey bro, we've pushed it. You've done your recovery phase. You've done your first build. Now we're like, do we keep going or do we tighten it up? And I'm like, if we keep going, you have to understand that like this is going to get softer and get away from you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if you're not competing this year, wouldn't you just want to look good all year round?
Yeah.
So I kind of like left it with him, but kind of just gave him enough information to make him make the decision that I wanted.
You want him to,
Yeah. And then he was like, nah, let's tighten things up. And I was like, sweet. Like, glad we're on the same page.
Yeah.
So little mini cut and then we go. So yeah, like I just think it's unavoidable to put some body fat on, but you don't have to get fat to make more progress. Like people think like you've got to do like the big off season, get super fat and stuff. Like I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's valuable, especially if like you're one of those people that's motivated by how you look. It's like imagine going through a significant portion of the year just not looking good.
Yeah.
It's like it'd be hard to show up.
Unmotivating.
Yeah, it'd be hard to show up. All right. I'll let you answer the next one because I kind of just hijacked that. What's the biggest mistake people make in a fat loss phase? Or it says getting shredded. What's the biggest mistake?
Underestimating what it'll take.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, because I guess this one actually said getting shredded.
Yeah.
So there's a difference between like losing body fat and getting shredded. Like getting shredded is like, it's just super detailed, low percentages of body fat. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. It's just like dealing with the side effects.
Yeah, you just unless you're willing to do.
It's not a mistake, but
unless you're willing to not be normal, you can lose body fat and be normal. You just gotta make slightly different choices. To get shredded, you can't.
Yeah, well, I feel like the reason why people don't look, I guess maybe the question is like a lot of people try and never get shredded.
Yeah.
So then it's like, yeah, maybe they've underestimated what it's going to take, and then when it gets tough, they pull back. Because I feel like people's perceptions of like getting lean are just being skewed now. Because people are saying like, oh, you know, you don't have to feel tired.
So easy on the internet.
And you don't have to be hungry and all this shit. It's like to get shredded, you do have to be hungry. Even to lose body fat at some point, you got to be hungry. Like it doesn't make sense to not be hungry, right? So that's a big pitfall, like that mentality component.
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest things that I see is like a lack of forward thinking and planning in your fat loss phase. Mm-hmm. So like people won't lose the body fat and won't ever get on the course to being as shredded as they want because they don't spend any time forward thinking their nutrition.
I think that's any result in the gym at all, ever.
I agree.
Like, if there's one trait, one thing that you need to do to be successful at anything, is think more than a fucking hour ahead.
Yeah, you gotta think days ahead.
Yeah.
Like, I draw a line through all of, like, look at all of the body transformations that we achieved in the last 12 months alone. Like, even just the last 12 months is actually fucking insane. When I looked at them all.
Bro, this week.
Yeah. I looked at it, I was like, that's insane. Like, to have them just in a 12-month period, let alone like forever, right? So you go, cool. What did this person do? What did this person do? What did this person do? Like, it doesn't matter how many calories and what their macro split was and what their training looked like. They trained 4 or 5 days a week. They planned their sessions. They ate a high-protein diet, was, you know, spread across 4 to 5 meals per day. Mm-hmm. But they all meal prepped, you know, put their food in their MyFitnessPal the day before or whatever. Everything is planned. Everything has precision. Everything can be managed and I guess altered because of the decisions.
Yeah.
And then you look at the opposite of that, go, all right, let's have a look at the ones that failed.
Yeah.
Or who are struggling, sorry, because it's probably a less powerful word.
Yeah.
They're a bit too reactive. They prep for a little bit, and then when they don't prep, like they end up shitting the bed because, there's too much friction to making a good decision. So they, gravitate to something that's easy and generally doesn't align with their goals. It's like that alone is that's the biggest mistake.
Yeah. We've been obviously selling the identity thing. Not like being reactive to your nutrition is not what someone who is in shape does.
No.
I literally had a check-in like this yesterday. I'm like, I got a podcast tomorrow. So I don't even, this is at like 5 o'clock last night. So still had dinner, LJ, whatever, then bed, up at 5. It would have been too late then to be like, fuck, what am I going to take to the podcast tomorrow?
Yeah.
When I'm going to stop on the server on the way and like I'll try and find like a protein shake or then like, what are we going to do for lunch? Like that, nah. Like it's just no. It's not. No. If you're leaving it, people will blame discipline and they'll say, oh, like I traveled for work on Friday. So we went out for lunch and I like got a steak sandwich and some chips. Just like kind of fell off. It's like, that's not discipline. That's lack of forward thinking. That's lack of being the person that takes their meals, being the person that prioritizes their nutrition, being the person that lives the lifestyle. Yeah. So I'm like, I have a tub of chicken and a tub of mince and a tub of rice.
Yeah.
I pull all 3 out in the morning and I made 2 containers, put vegetables in there. High week this week. Sweet, I get fruit. Let's go.
Yeah.
Like, it just can't be. When someone says to me, like, I traveled, like, I was on the road or I whatever, or I caught up with, or I did this, or I had a day off, like, that's not, you don't have that nailed yet.
No.
That just means you didn't set up for it well enough.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't know where, you didn't set the boundaries, you don't know where they lie. That was a good one. How important, this is a good one. How important is exercise selection for muscle growth?
Very.
Yeah,
after 2 years.
Well, it's funny, right? So, if we're being semantic, the exercise doesn't grow the muscle, right? Mm-hmm. Like just exposing a muscle to tension progressively over time grows the muscle, but any exercise can grow the muscle, right?
Yes.
However, you get to choose at a point of where those gaps need to be filled, and then that is when exercise selection becomes somewhat of a significant factor. Because I saw this thing where someone was like, exercise selection is the most overrated thing in hypertrophy, and I was like, couldn't disagree with that anymore, because what if you do the wrong exercises too much?
Yeah.
Then you end up becoming, totally disproportionate.
Yeah.
Like when I was 16 years old, all I did was push-ups, or like all we did was just chest and biceps.
Yeah.
So I remember I had a, one of those bench presses that you could have at home, and it had like the skinny bar. So I remember my workout was like it went up in like 10-degree inclines. So I did 3 sets of 10 on every single incline to overhead. Yeah. And then I just did like 4 sets of 15 on bicep curls. Yeah. And that was my workout, and I did it every day.
Maybe that's why I have a good back.
Yeah.
So we had one of those, the multi-stations? The York ones?
Yeah.
So you have that pec deck, press, lat pull down. You can sit on the ground, do the row. Yeah. Maybe that's, all I did was lat pull down.
Well, that doesn't hold true because I got shit biceps, and all I did was bicep curls.
But
I got good chest. So then, but like, if you look at the physique when I was younger, I just had a big chest.
Yeah.
So it's like, there's no, one exercise isn't going to magnify the muscle building stimulus, but it's going to give you an opportunity to decide what you work on to shape your body the way you want.
Yeah. So looking at, like I said, everyone in my gym trains.
Yeah.
The one gap that I think that all of them have is poor exercise selection. Like if I was going to go up and be like, all right, I'm running a fucking seminar at 6:15 today, and every single member of this gym is coming.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about exercise selection.
Yeah.
Because that should be this and this should be that, and that's why you look like this, blah, blah, blah. That would make the biggest difference if you're showing up.
Yeah,
and
especially
you've been showing up for a couple of years.
Yeah, yeah, and also if you just know, because like I like some people don't actually know what muscle works what.
Correct.
You know, even when I just overheard or seen people in passing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that doesn't work, that muscle.
Yeah.
So if they knew, then it would change their frame of mind on like how to select the exercises.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I guess depending on how far you go with it, it's still somewhat beneficial because you just don't want to get into a scenario where you have like that redundancy where you're just doing the same. Like you see some people and they'll do like bench press and then they'll do flat dumbbell press and then they'll do vertical chest press in the same session. I'm like, you kind of just did the same movement, slots, very similar.
Yeah.
So how beneficial is that to not putting in like a fly and putting something in that's like loaded in the stretch position and something that's like getting your pecs really short? Like, is that more beneficial than just picking those three?
Yeah.
That are pretty much similar in terms of plane of motion.
It's how important is exercise selection to building muscle? Jason and I could right now do 60 minutes on beginner, intermediate, advanced exercise selection considerations. And asking that question, thinking about each one of those people gets a different answer and different considerations. That's how important it is.
Yeah.
Very.
Well, dude, it's a whole slide. I've got a whole slide on my exercise selection.
I've got 3 hours on it.
Yeah, well, when people, I guess
I've got 3 hours on it, and I'm doing a mentoring session for programming at the moment with a coach. And we've got our last session. I'm like, we need to do open to Q&A, or I can do exercise selection. And I'm like, exercise selection is going to tell you how I see shit break, not you should do this for this.
Yeah, because
that's going to take me 12 months
forever.
And he was like, got it. I can just give you the framework, and you can go figure out what's going on. But that's how important it is.
Yeah, it's super important.
Yeah,
especially.
I think it's probably
maybe people who undervalue it. Oh wait, it's said for muscle growth, so don't worry.
I think if you go to the gym these days, I don't know. I'm obviously operating in my own bubble in the gym that I said that people who go to the gym every day at 6:30 are reasonably serious.
Yeah,
even if it's just like it's for my mental health and I feel better, they're at least like most of them will have a program.
Yeah, getting after it with something structured.
Correct. So if they're already in that camp, it's like what they're doing matters.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
absolutely. We do have time. Very good. A couple more questions. What are the most important factors to keeping muscle in a cut? It's a good question.
Stay strong.
Stay strong. Yeah. Do you want to elaborate?
No, that's it. That's the clip.
Stay strong, guys.
Stay strong. Obviously, protein is like you can have that answer.
It's fine. It's fine.
Stay strong and just like don't allow your performance to slip because you think it should. So stay strong, still perform well, give your body a reason to sustain the muscle it has.
Yeah.
And the amount of times that I've seen the rule of you can't build muscle in a deficit broken, it's too many. There's too many examples of it to say that that's a blanket rule. And not even just from like beginners.
Yeah.
Just like your actual measurement is up here, down here. You've been training for 3 years. Like there's too much.
Yeah.
So if I can see that in someone who's a moderate to high responder, someone who's a low to moderate responder is at least going to keep it. So just trying to progress your training at all times.
Yeah, having the progressive mentality is the most important thing. Yeah, because if you have that idea that you're going to get weak and it's gonna, then it happens sooner. Because you believe in it. So what you think about, you manifest, right?
Yeah, and I hope you're pissed off when it happens.
Yeah, I think
I reckon the last 3 weeks of my cut, like a couple lifts went backwards. I was like, fuck. Like really upset about it.
Yeah, I think you have to have the mindset, but then I think you have to be realistic in the fact that sometimes it will happen. But generally, like your ability to do one set at a weight doesn't drop off exponentially, but your repeat effort does because your recovery is obviously compromised. Yeah. So yeah, like adequate protein, train to failure, have a progressive mindset, and just have a good program that like allows the facilitation of those things. Like that's where I think leaning into like a lower volume based approach like ticks more boxes than going the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're doing like 4 sets of whatever.
Yeah.
Your workouts are like 15, 20 sets. It's like,
Yeah.
it's probably, you probably don't have the gas in the tank for that.
Yeah, exactly. It makes sense in terms of if you are having that kind of fog, if you can apply yourself for 6 to 8 reps instead of 12, it's strength focus, like that stay strong response is like literally just work in strength range.
Yeah, lower the reps.
Keep you fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, lowering the reps is good. That's a little, ace I got up my sleeve for my guys. Usually always go, 6 to 10, 6 to 12.
Yep.
Lower reps. Powerlifters are like, what?
Cardio.
All right, that's a shit one. That's a shit one. Oh, that one's, we can't talk about that.
I'm curious if I'm still in the powerlifting camp now. Hey? It's a thought I've been having.
What do you mean?
It's like, is the outside perception still powerlifting?
Yeah.
I think it depends when you came across me/STC.
Yeah, okay. So you got an identity crisis.
My client goes the other day, she's like, so she went off programs to do the pendulum with us.
Yeah.
She's like, I wasn't going to miss a chance to do the pendulum squat with Ben Scott. I'm like, what do you mean?
Oh, because that's when everyone does it together with you.
She's like, you're the pendulum guy. I'm like,
for the last month.
That's weird. Like, okay, I get it. Like, I do post it every week. So it'd be interesting to be like, because I still speak to like Jackson and Reese and stuff, and they still like refer to me like, you're the powerlifting guy.
Not in my head yet.
So I'm curious what either my newer clients or people newer to the pod are like.
Yeah, I guess you on your Instagram, like, you wouldn't know that you're a powerlifting coach.
Not right now. No one's competing.
Yeah, but
so
that's
everyone's training like bodybuilders because it's off season.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Just put a bunch of SBD videos up there.
I've just started, so I've swapped. This is actually a chat for the other pod.
Yeah.
I've changed my content.
Cool. All right. Well, let's talk about that later. You might have a different. You might have a different take on this one. Where is it? Oh shit! Is pump training a waste of time? Pump training.
Yeah. What's pump training?
So you train for a pump. So you train with the goal to get a pump.
Do you still progressively overload, or do you just need to feel?
Well, it's funny, man, because I listen to like RBP and like the bodybuilding space, and like they kind of label there's 2 types of training, like really. So they label it typically like pump training, which is like high volume, low rest, and they train like fast. So the reps are quick, but the workouts are quick too. Minute rest period, go again. And then there's the other camp, which they call the progressive overload camp. But it's funny, right? Because it's like, isn't it funny? It's funny. I can't say it's stupid because they're my people. They're my people. I can't talk shit on them. I can't. Well, but like the hardest, I think it's just a bad label because like they both got, there's populists that got massive off both.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And you get a pump when you progressively overload, and you progressively overload when you get a pump. So that's kind of like, but I thought I understood, and then you said that it was fast reps because I was like, I have stuff.
The reps are quicker because the volume's higher. Like you do 20, 30 rep sets.
Yeah, it's pumping them out.
You're not fucking doing them slow. Take you 2 hours to work.
True. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I would like pump for me would be slower. Because it's like, say, like a bent over row. If I want to get a really good pump from a bent over row, slowing shit down, maybe almost pausing at the top.
Yeah, I think
feeling the muscle.
I think the preface they have is like if you pump something up like a balloon.
Yeah,
you're doing lots of reps to pump it up.
I get it. Yeah,
it's like that. They refer to your muscles as like balloons.
Yeah.
Because every time you do a contraction, it's pumping muscle, like blood,
fluid.
Fucking creatine and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, carbohydrates.
So what was the question? Is pump training what?
Is it useful?
Useful. Yeah.
I don't think...
if you progressively overload it.
Yeah, that's it. I don't think like you should... Like... Maybe getting a pump is a decent proxy to show that you're working the target muscle. But if you didn't get a pump in a session, it's not like that session wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
Because there's other things that are more important. Like, did you progressively overload? What was your performance like in the session itself?
Yeah. So
like that, and your technique and those things. Like, they're going to supersede like, did I get a pump in terms of like how effective the session was?
Yeah.
But I still think there's value in if you do 2 or 3 sets of an exercise, the muscle that you worked should feel like it is a little bit pumped. And then is there value to pursuing that through like peri-workout nutrition and supplementation and stuff? You know, potentially. But the other thing to consider, which I heard about this in the podcast the other day, which I think is valuable, and I've thought about this myself, is like if your whole protocol and training like philosophy is geared around that pump style of training, like that is going to increase the muscle size, but it's going to increase the muscle size in a way where like it essentially just like puts stuff in the muscle, like, you know, glycogen, creatine.
Get skinny when you diet.
Yeah. And then that's when like, you know, you'll see people just get super flat, like super quick, where if you have, just.
So there is truth in that.
So you know how we were talking the other day about like the lifting heavy, hard muscle? I think that it's just, there's adaptations that come that increase the cross-sectional area of your muscle when you do lots of reps. Like there's that, you know, high, like what would you call it? Like an increase in like the sarcoplasm, right?
Yeah.
So the muscle cell.
Yeah.
And it's like literally like the sarcoplasm just like uptaking more shit.
Yeah.
Just holding in more stuff. And then some bodybuilding coaches like will have their training or their supplement or PED philosophy around things like insulin, right? So that's a shuttler of, you know, dragging things in. So what happens when you get super flat and you're super depleted? It's like all of that drops away, and then you look like you've lost a shit ton of muscle when you probably just never had the muscle in the first place. So yeah, that's probably like irrespective of like using the supplement side of things. If you train that way, like you'll still have that type of adaptation.
That.
It'll just fall off.
Pre-powerlifting, experience that all the time.
So
start to like, I feel decent, do a cut, and you just like, fuck, where
just
did everything
drops
go?
off. Yeah.
And I got stopped I was chatting to one of my mates like during the cut. He's like, man, you're just so fucking full all the time. You can tell you powerlifted. Yeah. Like every time powerlifters diet, they just stay fucking full. It's like that.
It's just muscle. That's myofibrillar hypertrophy.
Growth. Yeah. In terms of like the pump training overall, I think the language thing is hard for me. It's a bit of a barrier.
It's not, bro.
Yeah, I know. I'm not
a true meathead.
Not bro enough.
You're not a true meathead.
Yeah.
Just like kind of trying to adopt it.
Still hobby builder. I'm not quite in there yet.
I was born with that rouge.
So my program, 2 days is 6 to 8 reps, 2 days is 8 to 12 reps.
Mm-hmm.
This week, trying to rehab my hips and just like a little bit beat up, sleep, travel, whatever. I have done more exercises that I would be like, I'm focused on a pump today, which means I go to 8 reps and I'm not trying to lift more than I did last week. I'm just trying to get really good stimulus, feel the muscle, a little bit less load on the joints.
Yeah.
There's no forced reps. I'm not trying to chase last week's numbers. If I can match last week's numbers or even be like, I did 6 at 140, I'm happy to do 8 at 120 for 3 sets and walk away like basketballs in my chest. That's pump training to me.
Yeah.
This morning on the lat pull down, I did 10s because when I walked in, my elbow didn't feel amazing. Instead of doing 8s and trying to chip the weight.
Yeah.
So that style of training I think is fucking awesome.
It's not pump training.
Because next week I'll go and do more. So depends.
It's not pump training.
If you've come from the RBT podcast.
P.
RBP. RBT's a gym, yeah?
Yeah, what's bodybuilding? That's bodybuilding folklore, bro. That's not just, like, that is literally, there's two camps,
That's
man.
what pump training is.
Yeah, it's like you either lift heavy and you have good technique and you have a logbook, or you go in the gym and just, like, fucking do all the reps and just work until you get a pump.
So there's 2 cultures I need to learn.
The Mr. Olympia, the current Mr. Olympia, this is insane. He doesn't count his sets until he gets a pump in the exercise.
Interesting. His reps or his sets?
No, his sets, bro. So he'll do 3 sets.
Yeah.
Let's say he just like starts chest.
Mm-hmm.
So the first 3 sets to get his chest pumped, he's like, they don't count. And then he'll do like another 5.
Okay. Wow.
And I'm like, like how hard? It's hard to disbelieve that though, because you're like, well, this bro's like 300 pounds.
Yeah.
I mean, I know, genetics, whatever.
Yeah.
But like, so how do you?
Yeah.
So how do people sit there and go, oh well, let's listen to these guys?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But even if you drew the commonalities, like, you're still going in trying to do more, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway.
I think it's useful. I think it's useful.
I think getting a pump's useful. I just don't think it should be the major catalyst to whether you had a good workout or not.
Especially if you're training with the boys.
It's fucking fun as to get a pump.
Yeah.
If you've got muscle, if you've got some muscle and you got a pump and you're semi-lean, it's the perfect. It's why we got into the gym.
Yeah.
That's it. It's like, see the reflection in the mirror and you're like, fuck yeah.
That's why we're here. And then walk our way and feel sad
and then,
until next time.
That's it. And then just be like, I'm weak. Or a weak piece of shit. I could come back and do it all again tomorrow. All right, let's leave it there. Oh, that was hilarious. All right, guys, thanks so much for listening. Don't forget to hit the follow and the subscribe button, depending on what platform you're on. Share out the podcast. Keep the comments coming on YouTube. We love those. Interesting conversations to talk about. And, hey, you know what? Kudos to the people that go into bat for the boys.
Yeah.
I'm throwing it out there. Shout out. Like, because it's like some people kind of semi-come for us.
Yeah.
And then
we
it's
only
like,
look once a week, so we need you.
Yeah, it's like shout out for those ones that are coming there and putting the flag in the hill for us while we're not there. So shout out to you guys.
They don't have to be as polite as us.
Yeah. Don't forget, strong and lean in 16, lose centimeters off your waist, drop body fat, build the physique that you've always wanted in 16 weeks. Head to the website, submit an application, jump on a call with me. We'll see if you're a good fit and how it's going to work for you, and we'll select the best coach for you. So get in right now. Okay, guys, we'll see you next time.